get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive game.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Harris. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tigers. Past the 60, past the 60.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Tua.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Harris running straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 28. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Tua now on first down.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Come on. Hey.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce, 55 yards.
And the Colts have moved out in front.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Colts pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Ready, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
39 yards.
and the Lions have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
17.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
19 tight. 19 tight. Rig.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, a response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On the give, this is Harris. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA.
Here we go. Back.
They run with Harris
to the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to palm that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On the ground, it's Harris. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Here we go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
He's got this. Complete to Williams.
And outbounds right around the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Right, 97.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Touchdown! Damian Harris from 10 yards out. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Got it.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
96 yards.
And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Drop 60, drop 60.
They'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They run with Harris.
Down to about the 37.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Lions, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.